5:07 a.m. Time to run. A little cold outside today.
In this session, we'll be sitting for 20 minutes. So finding a time and a place where you won't be disturbed.
I'm not proud to admit this, but early in my sales career, I cared way too much about trying to outperform those around me. If you're an SDR out there, it's natural to be on a Salesforce dashboard. You see exactly how many calls everyone's made. You see exactly how many meetings everyone's made. And you know that your sense of self-worth is directly and indirectly tied to your performance relative to other people and your quota as a whole. Try this instead. There is no shortage of success. Other people's success should motivate you as it validates what's possible. Be happy, celebrate, cherish other people's success, and go out and be the best you possibly can. I just left the office, and I'm gonna show you guys the secret room. Let's go. Check this out. Ooh. Whoa. If the lights come on, make sure to leave a like on this video. Whoa, would you look at that? I like to come in this room because one, it's really cool and it helps me get into a different headspace. It's just such a cool vibe, aesthetic, and setup that it helps me get out of my own way and my own problems. And I really feel like there's something that I've been struggling with recently that I'm gonna talk about in a moment. But on a positive note, this video is coming out on a Friday. And one of my favorite sayings that I adopt and I like to share with other people is that you are one call away from changing your entire week, your entire month, your entire quarter. Never underestimate the impact and power of Friday afternoon cold calls. So if you're fortunate enough to be watching this video and you still have time left to cold call in the day and it's not the weekend, make sure to go get after it. The second part to this video is sales is incredibly humbling. I'm someone who's super driven, is really motivated by success, is constantly striving to reach my full potential. You guys see in these videos each and every day. Wake up at 5 a.m., work out, meditate, get into the office early, stay late. And speaking of times, I know you guys like to see that. It's 6:44 p.m. in the evening. We're just leaving the office. And I've been in a weird headspace recently, and being that I like to meditate, it really helps me be honest with how I'm feeling emotionally. And I've been feeling a little anxious recently and stressed out, which is not typical, and feelings I don't like. And I'm sure many of you have faced this, and it's not fun. And I think it's driven when you want something so bad, meaning I want to close revenue really badly so that I can continuously promote. When obstacles present themselves, I'm finding myself getting impatient and erratic quicker, and I don't like that feeling. And it's almost uncontrollable in a way, because the alternative, I suppose, is to choose how I react, which could be, hey, the day's going great, even though I have multiple red lines, legal battles going through. I'm working like 6 deals right now in legal with all of them, and it's just really frustrating. And this is turning into a venting session, but if you're in sales, you know what I'm talking about. You want something to happen, and obstacles present themselves, and then these things just get dragged out. And of course, you can look at the positive, and maybe I'm looking at the negative, but ultimately, I think when you want something so bad and you can't get it, maybe I'm feeling a bit impatient. But I don't know. I just want to say that sales is super humbling. You can feel like you're on top of the world one day, and then the next day get crushed down to a pulp, and then have to deal with other battles as well. So the only response is to keep showing up. I'm going to show up tomorrow. I'm going to show up the next day, until I reach my goals. And for you out there, no matter where you're at in your life, if you're wondering, hey, things just aren't going my way, maybe I don't know what I want, I'm not in the right circumstance, I'm not in the right setting, just note from someone and myself who you watch each and every day, I like to show it all. I still go through these struggles, I go through these battles, and you're not alone. And I think the final piece to this is, when you want something so bad, like myself, I'm willing to sacrifice everything. I'm willing to sacrifice relationships. Don't know if I'm willing to sacrifice health, because I like to work out and be in a clear headspace, but I'm willing to give up everything in order to achieve my goals. And right now, my top of mind goals are career progression and success in my software sales job. And then, of course, on this YouTube channel, trying to help as many of you as possible. And it's what I spend all my time on, is what I spend all my energy doing. It's what I care the most about. And sometimes I ask myself, what is it at the expense for? Is it worth sacrificing everything else to be obsessive in these 1 to 2 areas? Because on one hand, if you're obsessed with it, that allows you to put your full self, your time, energy, focus to maximize your potential. But that is then at the extent of sacrifice of relationships, of hanging out with people, of doing other activities that perhaps are more enriching and more meaningful than the actual outcome of the initial goal in the first place. So just some food for thought. I think I need to go back home, get in the journal, and write down my thoughts a bit. But overall, just talking about it has made me feel a bit better. And I think for guys, it's really hard to talk about your emotions, and I think it's really important to be honest with how you're feeling. And if you're not feeling your full self, talk about it, ask for help, and ultimately get through what you need to get through so that you can take care of your business, whether that be closing revenue, setting up meetings, working towards your goals, whatever it must be. So it's not easy for anyone, but if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. So that's why we keep showing up and playing the game each and every day. And I wouldn't want to have it any other way. And these are just the obstacles, tailwinds, up and down that you must go through. I'm 26, and I think comparison's a big thing as well. I know that's what I talked about at the beginning of the video. It's easy to ask other people, hey, how old are you? Where are you at? What are you doing? And then you think, where am I at? Where am I at? I think the advice to myself now that I'm talking through it is Trent, you don't need to be in a rush. It's going to happen. Consider yourself lucky to be even be in this situation, to be sitting in this room right here with some super juice from Whole Foods right now. So yeah, that's what it's all about. Don't know what the title of this video is going to be. Don't know what you guys are going to think of this video. I know it's not a normal video, so let me know down in the comments below. What advice would you have for me? What are you perhaps going through in your own life? And I think the final point is just when you want something so bad, it comes at the expense of other things, and it's not easy. So keep going. I'm going to keep going. I really appreciate your support, whoever you are out there still watching this video. It's why I keep doing it. It's why we're going to keep posting every day, and we're going to keep striving to reach our goals. So best of luck reaching your goals. Go out, get better today, go make your calls, and I'll talk to you in the next video.